Universe, I'm your host, Tyrus, and welcome to a very special holiday edition for this episode. Before I get into it, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and all that good stuff. If you're not celebrating the holidays, I still want to wish you all a wonderful day. I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been an exciting year of action figure collecting, but yeah, happy holidays to you all. Man, this is going to be a fun episode. We're going to just take a look at action figures. All right, this is not a review. It's not a it's kind of a review / showcase, but I just wanted to show some love to a number of action figures that I never got a chance to take a look at this year. And initially, this was going to be a SilverHawks episode because, as you can see, I have Quicksilver and I have Monstar in the back because as a kid growing up, I never had the SilverHawks collection. You never got it. And now I have the complete collection thus far. They have other waves that's coming out from Super 7. I've made videos on Super 7 SilverHawks as well as the other brands that's out with Thundercats. Definitely check it out. I definitely wanted to do something with the SilverHawks because this is something as a collector that I always wanted. Now I have them and I want to showcase them. So they'll be at the back end of this episode. We'll also talk about favorite holiday episodes. And that's why I have this guy in the back because he represents one of, if not my all-time favorite holiday movie. I don't know if you know who this guy is. He was in my holiday episode from last year or year before last. Well, but this is Turbo Man, all right? This is Turbo Man. We'll talk about favorite holiday episodes at the very end of this episode, so stay tuned for that. We got a lot going on, folks. We got a lot of stuff here. We got Marvel Legends. We have Super 7. We have DC Direct here. We also have Marvel Select here that we're going to look at. First up, I want to take a look at my main man, the Batman. Now, this is the Batman, the animated series figure. I have him on a bike here. But this is the DC Direct Batman, the animated series figure. And this is the bike that you can purchase separately. And I did a haul video with this guy. And I love this line, man. And I think they're doing an excellent job thus far. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new wave that they revealed? They have there's a Blind as a Batman that's out. And they also have the Riddler as well as the Joker. You get the Joker, you get the Riddler. You also get Commissioner Gordon, and they all create Lockup. Now, the Lockup character looks cool, but the episode was stupid. It was just dumb. It was like the Lockup guy was being too hard on the criminals of Gotham City. Batman was like, okay, I get to inflict my vengeance or whatever on the characters, on these villains, but you can't do it, and you're being too hard, so I'm going to save my villains from you. And it was just kind of like, it was like the weakest episode that they've ever done. But the Lockup character is good, folks. But yeah, I like this wave, man. I think we're getting some really cool figures from this wave. The shading on the figures, especially this Batman, I see where they were going, but at the same time, I can see where they kind of I don't know, they kind of, dropped the ball a bit. But you get to what they were trying to do. Now, I do have the other DC Direct Batman that was released maybe just a few months ago, man. And so this one here, I think looks a little better. I feel it's more cleaner design. Face scopes seems to be different with the two. And this one doesn't have the shading, but it has enough shading to give that animated look. This one has the cloth cape for the bike. And he comes with all types of swappable hands and accessories. Actually, he has this helmet head too. This is supposed to attach to the head while he's riding a bike. I have the Batarang hand for the Batman. This is a separate piece. But he does come with a number of, swappable hands and accessories. So he has all these swappable hands and everything. So that's pretty cool. So we got Batman. And we also, again, we have the cycle here, man. That's really cool. It lights up, which is an awesome thing, man. So we got this cycle. All right, folks. So I want to showcase the Batman on the bike here. This looks really good, folks. I like this. This is a base that you can place the bike on. This is the little smoke effect that we have here. Now there's a button that you can press here on the bottom that lights it up here, and so it lights up here. It has the interface that lights up as well and everything. This effect is supposed to light up. The back lights up here, which is really cool. I think I knocked Iron Man down, but the back lights up as well, man. So this is a pretty cool bike, man, and I like this. So awesome idea for DC Direct to give us something like this with the Batman. So we do have that. I'm gonna move Iron Man and some of these characters out of the way so I can kind of showcase Batman a little better. I'm gonna move Iceman as well. And then so we have this Batman here. All right, so we got Batman here on the bike. And then also we have Robin. So we got Robin here, his sidekick, and Robin comes with a number of swappable hands as well. And this is his grapple gun hand. Now I have this little, this is kind of like a little bolo rope that he has that I equipped him with. So Robin looks pretty cool, man. Again, the shading, you get what they were doing, but I think they could have just gone without the shading. I mean, it's a tough sell to shade these characters and to really pull them off. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. You get what they're trying to do, but they did capture the overall aesthetic and the look of Robin from the animated series. So Robin looks great. You get enough articulation with these figures. These figures are not to be articulated. I mean, again, they're very to me, they're little. You have to be careful with them because they're very delicate. All right, so we got Robin here. All right, now we got the villains that really sold me on this wave, and that is, first up, we got Mr. Freeze here. Now, this looks like you just ripped this guy right out of the animated series. He looks really good. Comes with this freeze gun, the little canister here that does pop off the back, and everything has a peg. This glass dome for his head. You can remove it, so that's cool. But overall, man, now they did the shading for this figure came out very well, I feel. So this looks really good and everything. So this sold me on the wave. This one and the Scarecrow that we'll look at. But all these figures are packaged with a collector's card as well. I don't know what happened to my... So I have the Batmobile collector's card, which is really cool. You have the Batman and a Robin, but I don't know what happened to my Mr. Freeze. It must have fell out the box or something. Shame on me, but I have these. So these look really good, folks. I mean, they're awesome. But yeah, I got Freeze here, and we also have the other one, man, that just sold me, and that is Scarecrow. This looks so cool, man. So we got Scarecrow here. He looks awesome. I like the shading for this sheath. They look good. Now, if you don't want this head sculpt, you can go another route. You can go pop this head off, and you get Jonathan Crane's head sculpt. Will this pop on while we're recording? Who knows? We'll see. Oh, will it go? Okay, there we go. So he got Jonathan Crane. This looks so funny, but this looks so cool, man. So this sold me on the way because I was gonna pass on this, but this sold me, man. I mean, Batman, anything Batman, I'm gonna be a sucker for it. But yeah, this is so cool, folks. So the Batman, the animated series wave for me is a huge win. Hope you all having a lot of fun. Again, happy holidays. Hope you all having a good time with your friends, family, loved ones, watching some good holiday movies, eating some good food and everything. Hope you all are doing well. If you have not hit that subscription button, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button, folks. That really helps the channel out. So I really appreciate all the support. Up next, we're going to look at something that really wanted to get, man, and I got them recently through Amazon, and that is the Iceman from Marvel Select. Now, since we're talking about the holidays and everything, why not talk about a guy that creates snow? All right, so creates ice, and this is Iceman. So this guy looks so good, man. This is how I want my Iceman to look from Marvel Legends. So we still haven't gotten that Iceman that resembles this look here. Now, these Marvel Select figures are a little taller than the standard DC, I was gonna say DC, but the standard Marvel Legend figures. We have this Iceman here. I'm gonna stand him so you guys can kind of get a look at how tall he scales as opposed to the regular standard Marvel Legend figure. So we got ice here, and we have fire with pyro from Marvel Legends, and the two, you know, it's kind of like it's not far off, but they just don't scale the same. So I can't use them with Marvel Legends, but you can kind of maybe do a smoke screen of mirrors, squat them down in the background, something like that. You can do that, or maybe at the forefront if you want to use them with Marvel Legends. But I think they did an excellent job with this Iceman. Now, he comes with a number of things. Now, he does come with a swappable head. Now, this is what he comes with when you get him out of the package. This is okay. I mean, you can, if you want him with this head scope, you can use him with this. I favor this one here. This is my Iceman, from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends to the X-Men run with Jim Lee and all that. This is my Iceman. This is the one I like here. And he comes with a series of swappable hands. He comes with two-fisted hands, which is cool. And he comes with this other effects hand, so we can try that out too, because I like this one here. But he has this one that can shoot as ice as well. So you get a lot of different, options with this Iceman here. And then, of course, you got this one here. It's hard for his hand to maybe stay up with this one. It's a little heavy. So I usually aim it down. But you can he's very photogenic, I feel. So, I mean, you can do whatever with this guy, man. This looks really cool. So, I mean, you got that. And one of the best things about the Marvel Select figures, is the fact that you get dioramas. Now, this diorama is another thing one of the major things that sold me on this figure, is the diorama piece. This looks so awesome, folks. Look at the texture, the color, everything. This looks good, man. So, I was using this with my Mr. Freeze from the DC Multiverse. I was using that with Freeze. But this is made for Iceman. There is a peg here that you can use. You can attach him to, and you can kind of just pose him how you would like. You got Iceman, and again, this is awesome, man. And the figure as a whole, again, he looks phenomenal. I love him. Now, he does come with swappable belts, but these belts have a hard time of clasping and staying put like this. I have this one on him, and it took me some time to get this to stay. But you can give him this X-Men belt as well. So, and he comes with these. He comes with this right here. It's like a flight stand, or some sort of a flight stand, or something that will attach somewhere. I need to look this up to see exactly what you use this for, folks. If you know in the comments, let me know. I'm not seeing it. But yeah, we got Iceman here, folks. He looks great. And so I'm gonna get Iceman out of the way. Oh man. So I'm sorry. So when talking about the Batman figures, it's shame on me. I left out the Build-A-Figure, which is the Condiment King. So this is the Build-A-Figure from the Batman, the animated series wave. So when you collect Batman, Mr. Freeze, and Robin, and Scarecrow, you create the Condiment King. Really fun, spoofy character and everything. I think the shading was done well with this figure here. And he looks great. He looks like he just pulled him out that one episode. He was in an episode very briefly. Wasn't that long. It wasn't like he wasn't a major character. I guess he was in one of the episodes. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. He has his ketchup and mustard guns. He has his canister. He is a bit top heavy, so you will need a display stand for him. So we do have the Condiment King. So I almost forgot about this guy. All right, up next, we're going to take a look at a wave of figures that I wanted to take a look at last year, but just never got a chance to do it. And I just thought that this was like hands down one of, if not the best Marvel Legends wave that they've put out thus far. I mean, and they put out some waves of figures and everything, but man, I tell you, I'm really feeling this controller wave. Camera focus here down here. So we got the controller. This is the Build-A-Figure that you get. Looks like Thanos in a way, like Thanos type of character. Did a good job with him, man. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before this wave, but look at that face sculpt. Looks pretty good. He does come with two-fisted hands as well. But you create the controller, man, and again, he looks great. Another villain to add to the Marvel Legends collection and everything. So he stands pretty well on his own, which is cool. But let's look at the characters from this wave first and foremost. So I'm gonna pull out Iron Man. We got Iron Man. We have Speedball. We have Daisy. Who doesn't like to stand? She has issues standing. I'm gonna highlight Daisy and Maria Hill because they're the same character, but I just like what they did with them because they make this figure a 2-in-1. All right, so I'm gonna put everybody kind of behind here so you can still get a look at everybody. You know, I'm doing this all on the fly, y'all. So it's like, and let's try to put the controller behind them like this. So we're gonna bring US Agent. We're gonna bring the Thor out as well. So we got Thor, we got US Agent. Trying to move everybody, get everybody on the camera, y'all, so everybody can see, be seen. All right, okay. All right, so we have, let's put the tree up back here. All right, so we have Maria Hill and we have the Quake. We have Quake. So what I did, initially I just bought one Maria Hill, but the other day I was at Ollie's and they had this figure for $4.99. So I was like, well, you know what, I wanted to get the one anyways. So I got Daisy, I have the Quake, and I have Maria Hill. So you can have two characters. Now, when you buy this figure here, she comes with the swappable hands for Quake. So these are the swappable hands that you get. You get this this little gauntlet to, I guess, control her powers. You have the hands, and you also have the swappable head. Now, this is the Maria Hill swappable head. So, I mean, I thought that was an excellent idea for Marvel to give us that 2-in-1 figure. And it's good now because you can buy this figure for $4.99 from Ollie's. Burlington has them. Ross has them. So this Ross has this whole wave. So you can just get this wave for $4.99. I bought them for regular price. So this is a great figure. I love it. I love the fact that you get these female characters that look awesome from Marvel Legends. This one here was another favorite of mine. I actually featured this character during my Galactus review, and this is the Thor. This is the Hero Galactus Thor figure. Now, this figure comes with a crow, which is that has his wings in, and I have the other one back here if I can get it. Oh, if a stretch. All right, so I got this other one, and I thought this was like one of the figures of the year last year. I didn't do a Marvel Legends top 10. I will have one out this year for 2023, but this for me was one of the top Marvel Legend figures of the year. Last year was this Hero of Galactus Thor. Translucent weapons, accessories, you get the crow. This figure looks awesome, man. So hands down, one of the best from last year. All right, so we also we got Thor. I'll put Thor back here. And then we were given we're also giving US Agent. All right. So this is another figure that I was like, man, I get a US Agent because that's the thing about this wave. This wave gave me figures and characters that I wanted for my collection and ones that I did not know I wanted. So the ones that I did not know I wanted, we'll get to. Actually, one of them was this Thor. The other one was Blue Marvel. Everyone else I wanted. So I was able to check this guy off my collection. He looks great. Love the angry face. The shield looks good. Everything is classic US Agent that I can add to my West Coast Avenger team. So I do have that West Coast box set. I did do a video on that, so definitely check that out. You can attach the shield to the back, and you got US Agents. Speedball was another one. I was like, man, I'm so excited for this guy, but he lacks accessories, and it feels like he was supposed to come with accessories, but he don't come with accessories. And I love the translucent goggles here. Did a good job with that. Classic colors, classic Speedball. I might add him. I'm gonna add him to my Avengers team. I think he works well with the Avengers. So I like this, man. Colors are just. I mean, I'm a sucker for vibrant colors, and he captures that overall. But just no accessories for this guy. That's the only thing. Well articulated. You can articulate this guy all the way through. But man, it's just like the accessories. That's where he just really lacks. So a lot of personality with this figure. I love the hair scope. The face, the facial expression. So we got this guy here, Speedball, and then we have a figure that I did not know I wanted, but he was also one of my top figures of 2022, and this is the Blue Marvel character. Now this is the one that I did not know I wanted. He was also featured on the Galactus review, so definitely check it out. But man, this guy looks awesome. Translucent energy effects. The sculpted detail for the face looks awesome, man. Love how they handle the hair, man. This whole costume just looks awesome. Now, I know he has a different look, more of a Superman type cape look costume, but this works for me here. So really happy to have this guy. Another cosmic character to add to my collection. And folks, stay tuned. I'm working on doing a room tour, and he's going to be a part of that cosmic collection that you'll be able to take a look at when I do drop that. So that is coming. We're working on redoing my man cave, getting it ready for that room tour. Stay tuned for that. So we got Blue Marvel, and we got another character that I wanted to check off my Marvel Legend list, and that is Madam Hydra, man. It's all about that green, man. It's all about the green. She has the dual pistol holders, dual pistols. She has the green hair. She has the green eyeliner and everything. She looks fierce. She looks like she's ready to take care of some business for Hydra. Hell, Hydra. Now you can place her with Varen von Strucker, another character that I feel like is one of the best figures from this year. So we have Madam Hydra. Again, she looks great. Love how they handle the green. Always wanted this character here. Did a good job with her overall. So really excited to have her. I was like, man, I wanted a Madam Hydra. This wave gave it to me. So we got Hydra. And then, of course, I feel like every Marvel Legends wave has to have an Iron Man. All right, so we got the Mark 7 Iron Man figure. This looks great. I have equipped with the smoke effects. These translucent smoke effects looks pretty decent. I don't know if they work well with blast effects, but hey, it is what it is, man. But this I was gonna call it the extremis armor, but it's not. This is Mark 70, but I really like this Iron Man costume, dude. This looks so awesome. The details throughout. I mean, you feel like you get one Iron Man. You kind of get a feel of what you're gonna get, but man, this guy looks great. He was on my top figures of 2023 for Marvel, not 2022 for Marvel Legends as well. So many of the characters from this wave took that list up, man. I tell you. So we got the controller wave here, and again, you create the controller, and he looks great. And now we're gonna move on to the next segment, folks, because I'm excited. We're picking up steam, all right. So we got the controller wave, one of the best waves ever from Marvel Legends, I feel. Let me know in the comments what do you think about that, folks. Do you feel like this is one of the best waves? And if you want it, go out and get it, folks, because they're very cheap right now. $4.99 at Ollie's, Burlington, you can get them, and Ross. All right, let's get on to the next segment. Tally Hawk. All right, we have reached the segment that was initially going to just be the one that I will have in this special holiday episode. But man, folks, I tell you, I got the SilverHawks. Now, I will say this, and I made a video about it. You know, Brian Flynn and Super7, they are re-releasing the VAC Metal SilverHawks that he said that he couldn't do. There's a lot of controversy and all that. You know, it is what it is, man. All in all, you know, it's all about them making that money. I know they want to make that money. These SilverHawks, these Super7 figures as a whole are, they cost a pretty penny. All right, they're like $50-something. So, I mean, it's just like, this is the only game in town. I know Ramen Toys, they are releasing the Quicksilver and the Monstar. But man, I mean, aesthetically, you know, Super7, they really capture, you know, the essence and the feel and the look of our beloved characters from the 80s. And, you know, that's why I wanted to dive into this wave. This is all, I mean, I have more of the villains I will break out on the table. We're going to look at the heroes first. But as I mentioned at the top of the video, man, as a kid, I never had SilverHawks. And I always wanted them. But, you know, you just either couldn't get them, couldn't find them. You know, you had other brands that your parents bought you. And it was just like, okay, what you want to do, you want to get this or that. And then there's times when you just couldn't get them, you know, and there was no internet. There's no online sales or nothing like that. You just found what you found in stores. And so, you know, now as an adult, it's so funny how I wanted SilverHawks, couldn't get them as a kid for whatever reason. And then now, you know, as an adult, I have like all of the SilverHawks that are out right now. Now, I know there's various waves that's coming. Stay tuned for that. We'll see how all that works out. I look forward to Commander Stargazer, Copper Kid. There's all types of other characters that's coming. Look forward to that. But this is what we have along with two other villains to go along with Monstar. We have the untransformed Monstar. We have the bigger Monstar. This I'm telling you right now, one of my most favorite figures of the year, folks. I mean, this Monstar is awesome. He comes with a lot. Everybody had their like gimmick with the birds. So this goes with Bluegrass And then this one here, they have a extended wing, the Falcon or Hawk, and the ones with the wings in. This bird goes with steel wheel. So you have the one with the wings out, wings in. This is for steel wheel. And then this one here goes with Steelheart, his sister. So this, you get birds. The only bird that matters to me is, honestly, Tallyhawk. You got Tallyhawk here, and this is what Tallyhawk with the extended wings. We'll take a look at, before I do that, everybody comes with swappable heads and 5,000 swappable hands and accessories. One of the other things that I want to touch upon with the Super 7 figures is you get winks at episodes, and that's why I have this accessory out from Steel Will. I mix up the two. I think this is Steel Will, this is Steel Heart. But yeah, you get winks at episodes. So you have these little blaster guns that you can use for other characters. This is pretty cool. This was packaged with Steel Will. And so we have that. And we have this little attachment here. I guess you can maybe disattach something and place this to it or whatnot. So we have these weapons and accessories here. And we're going to take a look at my most favorite Silverhawk, one of my most favorite Silverhawks, honestly, and that is Bluegrass. Now, Bluegrass comes with the most fun accessories, man. I mean, I'm having a blast with this dude. I mean, the swappable head. Look at that. I'm taking his hat off. So you got the swappable head, the winking eye. So this is pretty cool. He comes with his hot licks guitar, the strap and everything. You also have the accessories that you can attach, or the blast effects that you can attach to his guitar, so that he can rock out and take down enemies. Now this thing is pretty heavy, so you kind of have to play with it, whatnot. But man, this is like really cool to have, and to have a character like this, man, as part of my collection. This thing does not want to stay, but it's because it's kind of top heavy. The guy that voices Lionel voiced Bluegrass, which is pretty cool. But you get this swappable heads, you get the guitar, you get this guitar that's I guess it's forming into Sideman. See his head and everything, and it has the straps to it as well. Again, you have the swappable heads. So if you don't like this one, you can swap out for this one here, which looks pretty cool. I like that. Again, aesthetically, he just captures the look of what we had in the original Silverhawks series here. I like the little mohawk that he has. He has another swappable head here. Looks pretty much fairly the same. All right, folks, here is the accessory attached to Bluegrass's Hot Licks guitar, man. And again, I just love this character, man. He was just had a lot of life to him, man. So funny, so vibrant. He was a cowboy. I love Western movies, cowboy movies. Bonanza, Gunsmoke, all those old shows from back in the day. I watch those still to this day. I mentioned this in the episode when I talked about Cat's Lair. Nothing's off the table, man. So stay tuned for the Mirage. That's coming, because we need a vehicle for our Silverhawks. We have pretty much the whole cast except for Copper Kid. He needs this vehicle. He doesn't have wings. So stay tuned for next year. We're going to be getting the Mirage for our Silverhawks. So this guy comes with a lot, folks. He comes with a lasso robe. Again, he's a cowboy. So he has that. He has a raveled up, I hope that's a word, raveled up rope. We definitely got to touch upon the leader, and another guy that's my favorite. I was looking forward to getting, and that is Quicksilver. So we have Quicksilver. Now, don't like how the Tallyhawk does not tab into his arm like he should. I'm using putty for Tallyhawk to tab, so I'm gonna take Tallyhawk off. Now I know there's been a lot of talk about, initially before we got the vac metal, that these figures were not vac metal and they just did not represent what we had back in the day. But I like the more pearlized versions of these characters. I mean, they still represent what we had from back in the day. So I mean, again, aesthetically, could this face sculpt honestly be a little bit better? Yes. Could we've gotten a little bit more color to kind of lift the areas? Yes. It looks a little bland, but not bad. I think they touched it up. It doesn't look as bad as it did at that New York Comic Con from last year. This still looks like a great figure, man. It's just we're getting vac metal. I don't think I'm gonna do those vac metal figures, folks. I pretty much have the whole collection. I'll probably get Copper Kid in vac metal if we do get that. But overall, man, aesthetically, this guy, they captured it. They nailed his look overall. Again, I'm cool with the pearlized look for these figures. You still get Quicksilver. Love this character here. Now, every figure here outside of Bluegrass are packaged with the swappable heads and wings for their figures. So I'll swap those out. But yeah, every figure comes with those wings when they take flight and a swappable head. So I'm going to use Quicksilver for an example. So we have this head here, and you go swap this out, and you have this one here that just looks so awesome. Look at that, man. That's just awesome. And these arms pop off. Other over here that we can attach, and there you go. So you have the wing look for the Silverhawks. And again, man, this is awesome. Now again, be careful with these figures because they have a tendency of breaking on you. Now the steel wheel, his right arm broke on me, so you have to be careful with it. But man, this is so awesome to have Silverhawks. Not the most articulated figures, so you're gonna have to kind of play around to get the pose that you want. But all in all, this is pretty cool to have for your Silverhawks. Now, another thing I do want to touch upon is that these figures are also equipped with the sidearm blasters. You see these little pegs here. So every Silverhawk figure has this to their arm. So these are the side blaster, shoulder blasters that they had in the animated series, which is pretty cool. So you have that right there as well. So this is really awesome, man, to have that capture what they had back in the animated series with that. And again, man, aesthetically they look great, but they just don't have the articulation that you get with the Marvel Legends or McFarlane figure or Masterverse figure. They do not have that articulation, so you really have to kind of play with them. They're more statues than anything, honestly, folks. There you go. See, aesthetically, man, these guys look great, man. It's just like they just don't articulate as well. All right, up next we have Steel Heart. I always mix the two up. So this is Steel Heart. All right, so we have the brother and sister tandem. I want to just bring both of them onto the screen because I love these two folks. So again, aesthetically, you get like some really awesome looking figures. I have the smiling face on Steel Will here, and this is Steel Heart. So I love this brother and sister tandem here. Really close with my family and my siblings. So this is so awesome for me to get these characters. They just teamwork and they just love the dynamic between the two, man, and how they all work together. And you could tell they had that closeness, that tight knit family dynamic between the two, man. So this is really cool to get these characters here. So you have Steel Will here with the smiling head scope, and then I'm gonna put Steel Heart down. We're gonna look at both one at a time. All right, so we got Steel Heart here, and you got Steel Will. Now, I broke his arm because again, these figures are very fragile, y'all. I've used putty to hold it together, but so I swapped out Steel Will's arms here. This looks pretty cool, man. Again, I kind of broke off the original one that was on his arm. It's really good. The Super 7 gives you 9,000 arms. Again, you have the little sidearm blasters that you would just peg in to the side here, which works really well. The thing that I like about this guy, man, again, I love the dynamic between him and his sister. Very close relationship, and the sports analogies. They both were all about football and sports and everything, and I like that. This guy just remind me, they capture that whole football aspect of this guy here. Now, I love the fact that you not only get like this serious swap over here with him, but you also get this one for the helmet. I guess the swappable head for the Silverhawk flight helmet. Now this is more like a football helmet mixed in with the intergalactic, space helmet, man. This was awesome. As a kid, I wanted this thing. I wanted this helmet. I wanted to wear it. I thought it was so cool. So we got Steel Will here, man, in his football sports helmet. I can just hear him now going, "Sis, hut 1, hut 2, let's go." Woo. So we got Steel Will. And now we got Steel Heart, his sister. Love the character. Love the facial expression. Captures the attitude, the strength, as well as just the swagger of Steel Heart, man. And I love how I have a pose like this. This looks pretty cool. She comes with another swappable head, if I can take this off, which is pretty cool. I like this one. This one doesn't look bad. She looks kind of mean. She's angry in this one here. So we got this. And then, of course, she also has this one here, which is the helmet version. So we'll swap that out. But overall, man, Steel Heart looks awesome. Love how they capture the talons on the ends of all of the figures here. But yeah, great aesthetically. She captures the look and feel of this character here. Just wish they were a little bit more articulated. I feel like she is a little bit more articulated, but man, this looks awesome. All right, so I'm gonna swap her head out, give Steelheart her wings. All right, and so we have that. So this looks pretty cool. All right, folks, I have equipped Steelheart with her wings. She has a helmet, and she has the blast effect here. And again, man, aesthetically, I love these figures aesthetically. It's just articulation-wise, it's where it lacks. It's no McFarlane, DC Multiverse, or Masterverse for sure. But aesthetically, man, they're very aesthetically pleasing to me. So we have Steelheart. So we got Steelheart here. So see if I can get her to stand and try to get them in some sort of an action pose, you know. So I got Steelheart and with her brother here. We have the Silverhawks right now, minus Copper Kids, Commander Stargazer. So we're getting there, folks. Stay tuned for that Mirage. That is coming. I'm telling y'all, it's coming. That's going to be the next big from Super 7. All right, folks, we're hitting the stretch run for this special here. And again, I thank everybody for tuning in. If you're hanging in there, I know this is a pretty long video, but it's just so much I wanted to share to you all. So we're going to wrap up the I was gonna say Thundercats, but we're gonna wrap up this Silverhawk segment with the bad guys. Now, as I mentioned, I was always more intrigued with the bad guys as opposed to the good guys, which was a switch up for me. But the bad guys seem so interesting from the Silverhawks cartoons, and so we're gonna take a look at the leader first and foremost. So this is Monstar, the non-transform Monstar. So we have 3 sets of swappable heads. We have this one here, this one. The sculpted detail for each and every one looks incredible, folks. I mean, they all of them look great, but I'm going with this one here with the open mouth. This looks awesome. Again, it's difficult to get the head on, man, because the hair is a bit spiky. You know, it's hard to kind of grip down and place the head on. But man, this guy looks great. He just don't come with nothing, y'all. He don't come with anything. They packaged him with like 50 million swappable hands and everything. So you got all these swappable hands you could switch with. I mean, you got a lot. I'm giving him the pointing hand here. So he has that. That transformation chair, I'm putting that on hold, man. I'm gonna wait till that drops down a little bit more. $44 for a chair. Super 7 need to stop it. They need to stop it. I was about to put Windhammer behind here, man. I like Windhammer. All right, yeah, but yeah, $44 for a chair, man. Come on, Super 7. Monstar is also packaged with the Sky Shadow figure. Now, this is the pre-transformed Sky Shadow figure, and it's more gargoyle form. Articulated wings, really cool. So this is nice. I always kind of try to perch him like that to Monstar. But overall, Monstar looks great, folks. So we got him. I'm going to pull my most favorite character from the bad guy side of things, man. And I always thought he was just like the funniest looking character. All these characters look funny, but it's just like, let me get this guy to stand. It was just I always thought Windhammer. This is Windhammer, folks, and he comes with some really awesome accessories. But I always thought he was just the funniest looking character. His costume, he was wearing a potato sack with the some type of something to hold it all together. This big belt here, but he's wearing a potato bag, y'all, potato sack bag. But I like this character, man. He comes with a swappable head, 2 swappable heads as well. But I like the more open mouth swappable head. These effects is where it's at for me, man. He has this little tuning stick, I believe this is what it's called, and then you have electrical effects that you can attach to the tuning stick, or a fork, tuning fork, I believe that's what this is called. Correct me in the comments, folks. And then he has this right here. This is more like, I guess, debris that he's summoning, some sort of debris. It's a little heavy, so you have to kind of balance them out. But when you do, I mean, this guy I mean, he looks phenomenal, folks. I mean, I love what they did with Windhammer. He's my favorite of all of the bad guys with Silverhawks. I mean, I'm glad that they released him earlier. This again, you see how heavy this thing is, so you do have to kind of balance it out when you're trying to get him to pose with this little effect that's attached to this little tuning fork or whatnot. All right, so here we go. I got Windhammer pose with this more of a crystals or debris effect here. And again, man, this guy looks awesome. I love it. he stands out for me with the villains here. And aesthetically, again, they just captured that look overall. Now, he has one more effect that you can attach to his tuning fork, and that's, I guess this is more of like a swooshing type of effect some way. Oh, okay, here we go. Attach it right like this. So it's like he's like, I guess, swinging this tuning fork from one end to the other, or it might be more another energy effect that he has as well. So you can go either way, man. But again, you know, these effects with his accessories really bring this character to life that much more for me. So this figure really stands out for me overall. And again, I just love the effects, the various effects that you're given with this Windhammer figure. So we got Windhammer here. This is another one that I really like, man. And I like it. And if you follow this channel, you know that I love colorful, vibrant figures. So this is a very bulky figure. This is Buzzsaw. Now, I was looking forward to this guy here, and he comes with some really fun accessories as well. So I'm gonna back him up so you can get a better look at this guy. Now, he has a few swappable heads here. Now, he has this one here, which doesn't do nothing for me. And then he has this one as well. This one has the little buzzsaw that is articulated. So these two you can have with him. And then you also have a few swappable hands and everything. So you have this right here. You have his bird Shreddator, which is cool. Articulated wings. He has this one, articulated head as well. And he also has another swappable hand / device that you can attach to here. Now, his arms pull out easy, so be careful with this guy, man. Again, Super 7 figures are really kind of a little fragile. So you tap this in. He has like a blaster now going with his arm. And then he has another hand blaster that I guess he utilized in the episode that you can place between these little two little fingers. I don't know, man. Something like this. See his arm pulled out again. All right, so like that. All right, so he has a blaster, rifle. He has another device that he can attach to his hand. That's awesome. So, you know, you can have all types of fun, you know, customizing this figure with the various accessories. Again, his arm comes off easily. I don't know if you have this figure and it does the same thing. Now, I like this head scope because it has the articulated buzzsaw and it has the open mouth, so I like that. The last thing that this guy has to him, which really makes him fun, is he has these little, I guess these little pulling bands or straps that I guess activate his buzzsaw in a cartoon. So I guess you would just pull these out. Cartoon, he pulled these straps and then activate his buzzsaw. So that's a nice little nod as well. So these are more statue figures than anything. Overall, love these characters, man. We got Mumbo Jumbo Moleculars coming as well. We got a lot of different other villains that's coming from SilverHawks, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, folks, we're going to head on to the next segment, and we're going to look at one more SilverHawk villain to cap off this segment here. All right, so let's get to it. All right, folks, last but not least for this SilverHawk segment, I have the biggest figure from the SilverHawks wave. That's out. This is the biggest figure for the whole entire SilverHawks wave. Nobody is bigger than the transformed version of Monstar. You talk about a dream come true for a collector such as myself, man, who, again, I never had the SilverHawks as a kid. The original retro transformed Monstar does not hold a candle to this thing. I mean, I've seen videos where people have compared their retro Monstar to this thing. I think the guy comes to here, and I got this guy squatting a bit. I mean, if you stand him up, I mean, he is a big one, man. He is a giant. I mean, this guy has to be hands down, if not one of the best Super 7 figure that we've had to date. I mean, this is hands down. This guy looks phenomenal, man. I mean, and he comes with various accessories. I've equipped him with his little elbow, his elbow blasters or blast effects or propellers, not propellers, but just little blast off effects that he has for his elbows. Now, he utilizes this to, I guess, travel the cosmos without Sky Shadow. He can fly. These elbow blasters could lift his big old body to fly around the cosmos without Sky Shadow. Oh, and that's another vehicle that's coming too, folks. You know they're gonna do that. Or you can equip these other accessories as, like, I guess these are the arm blasters. So Silverhawks have the shoulder blasters. He has more of the elbow blasters that he can utilize. So, and this guy is articulated pretty well to be big like he is. I mean, this guy articulates very well. So you can put this guy in some pretty good poses. You can put him in better poses than the actual Silverhawks. And that's crazy. Like, the Silverhawks, you can't articulate them. Monstar, you can, which is very interesting. So you can go this way with elbow blasters or this way. I like these. These show out better. And then, of course, Monstar is packaged with 15,000 sets of swappable hands. I'm sure I can get him to stand. You do have to play with him to stand at sometimes. But he does come with all these swappable hands, y'all. I'm not going to go through all the different ones, but he comes with these. He also has a few more. And he also has the Sky Shadow transform version of his pet. These articulate, which is pretty cool. And he has the one with the wings folded. So you can go either way with Sky Shadow. You can try to figure out a way to attach him some way, somehow. They should have added a way to, oh, okay, all right, I did it. All right, so we've gone over pretty much all of his accessories, but not the biggest one. Now, the biggest accessory is this one. So we do have yet another swappable head, but as you can see, and again, this swappable head, this looks great, folks. They captured it. I love it all the way through the spikes. But you see there's an opening here in the eye, as opposed to this one, you see both eyes. Because we have an effect that you can place in this eye for his little Monstar Star Blast effect here. This is so cool, man. So you just peg it into here, and then he can shoot his little Monstar blaster at the Silverhawks. So I'm going to swap out his head here. So the swap out pops off pretty easy. You're going to place this here. And then, so now, this is so cool, man. Then you have his little star blaster effect here, so he can try to shoot at the Silverhawk. Man, I tell you, this looks awesome, folks. Really happy with these Silverhawk figures. Look forward to the rest of the Silverhawk figures that they are going to release. They're going to release from this wave. One more other accessory that I forgot is the fact that Monstar was packaged with this huge rifle blaster. So, I mean, this guy, he comes with a lot, folks. So he did come with this rifle blaster. Overall, folks, really happy with this Silverhawks wave. Excited to have these figures at this point in the game. Never thought that I would see this day as an adult getting Silverhawks, as opposed to not having them at all as a kid. But look forward to the rest of the figures, folks. I mean, we're getting the Mirage. We're going to get his vehicle. We're going to get more Silverhawks. You know, Brian Flynn and the rest of the Super 7 folks, they're going to continue to keep putting these things out, man. And they capture that nostalgia and that essence of those figures from our beloved cartoons. And that's how they get us, folks. I mean, even though these figures are expensive, and they are expensive, folks. I mean, I never shy away from saying that. I mean, they are expensive. They know that, but they're the only game in town for these figures. So, you know, you either get them or you don't. But overall, I'm really happy to have these. And aesthetically, they really show out on my shelf. You know, I really want to go. I'm really starting to go all in with these Ultimate figures. You do have to be careful. You kind of have to play the long game. I get some off Amazon. Sometimes if they're running a sale on BitBad, I might get it on BitBad. But Amazon sells these figures, folks, and you can catch them like $30, $40, you know, maybe even $28. I've caught figures on Amazon, so you just have to kind of keep an eye on them as opposed to buying them straight out from Super 7 or BitBad Toy Store. So that's how I've been getting them, folks. So you have to kind of play the long game, kind of watch and whatnot. But happy with these figures, folks. And with that being said, we're gonna head on to the next segment. All right, let's go.
It's turbo time.
All right, folks, we have hit the final segment for this holiday special. And again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for hanging in there. If you've hung in there thus far, man, I've had a blast, folks. This has been a blast, and just really pretty much culminates the year for me in action figure collecting. I mean, it's just been an awesome year, folks. And again, stay tuned for more videos. It's just been really busy of late with work and everything, life. You know, you have life to live and family and everything. And I'm also pushing to obtain my bachelor's. You know, so that's a thing too as well. So it's a lot going on. I'm trying to get done. But man, I love this, folks. It really brings me a lot of joy to be able to share this stuff with you all. So I just want to thank everybody who have supported TAS Multiverse thus far, and everybody that will be supporting TAS Multiverse as we head into 2024. I got a lot of videos that's coming up, folks, so just stay tuned. A lot of videos that I want to release this year will be released at the beginning of next year. And stay tuned for those top countdown videos. I got a top McFarlane toys, DC Multiverse figures. I got G.I. Joe. I also have Marvel Legends. I'm also going to do a top figures of 2023. So that's going to be something that'll come probably as we go on in early January. So stay tuned for that, man. I'm working on that list, man. It's going to be interesting for that list. But stay tuned, folks. But again, right now we're going to talk about holiday films. And man, I tell you, every holiday I always watch the same films. It never changes. Although I'm gonna check out the new season 2 of What If, which is they're dropping an episode a day. It started yesterday, so I'm gonna catch that on Disney Plus. But I want to talk about the He-Man figures that I have on the table. Now these figures are the Masterverse action figures that are based off the 1987 Masters of the Universe film. Now, this one is near and dear to my heart. Man, I tell you, for everything that this film could not give us due to the limitations in special effects and technology back in the day, they didn't have the things that we have now. So technology has come a long way from 1987 to 2023. So the fact that we couldn't get Battle Cat and Oracle and a lot of the other villains, He-Man couldn't do a lot of the things that he's done in the animated series. You know, we couldn't have all the special things that he can do with his strength and abilities. But now, man, He-Man can do whatever on screen. You know, I mean, he can do it all. So hopefully we'll finally get a He-Man live action film. It seems like nobody can do a He-Man film. And it's the most baffling thing to me, folks. We've been given 50,000 Transformer films. We're going to be given another G.I. Joe film, but we cannot get a He-Man film, which is it just blows my mind. I don't know why we have not gotten a He-Man film, why we have not gotten a Thundercats film. It's just, that's money in the bank. If you just follow the source material, don't try to do something different or weird. Just give us a basic standard He-Man film. The 2003 He-Man series was one of the best cartoons ever, and they could just really just use that as the template for a live action film. But that movie was awesome. The live action He-Man movie is awesome. It gave me a lot. It had a lot of heart, of course, action, and it also had the special messages, the positive messages that the animated series provided us back in the day. And those are things that I still feel this world needs to this day, man. But I want to take a look at the Meg Foster Evil-lyn, who I just got in. And I figured I'd use this as an opportunity to take a look at the other Masterverse figures I haven't taken a look at on the channel. But this figure looks awesome, man. I mean, this is one of the best Masterverse figures that I have in my collection. She does come with this translucent cosmic key. I almost was like, what is this cosmic key? We got this cosmic key that was packaged with Skeletor, and this one that was packaged with Evil-lyn. But again, love this Evil-lyn here. She comes with like 2 other swappable hands, which you can utilize. But man, I love this figure here. This is one of the best, and it's one of my most favorite this year. So if you keep in tabs, folks, this might pop up on my best Masterverse figure list of 2023. So you never know. We'll see. She does have cloth cape and everything. And again, the likeness, they did a pretty, I want to get my camera to focus. Oh, my camera's not focusing. But they did a really good job on the likeness. I think they did a good job. Really happy for Meg Foster, the actor. She's going to be voicing someone from the Revolution series on Netflix. But in terms of articulation, you'll be able to articulate Evil-lyn enough. You know, I mean, she has the standard articulation for the Masterverse figures and everything. Pellin's double jointed knees, elbows. She does have boot swivel and everything like that. So you'll be able to articulate her enough. She does have this piece here that limits a lot of articulation. But overall, this figure is a favorite of mine, folks. I really like this figure. And shout out to Masterverse. I mean, not the Mattel Masterverse, but the Mattel team for the packaging, man. The packaging for these figures is the new Masterverse figures. Look at this. Look how beautiful this looks, folks. This gets me hyped for more. I feel like we're going to be getting more figures from this movie wave. Beastman. You see on the side here, more images that really take you back to that film. Whoever is in charge of the marketing and the packaging design for these Masterverse figures, man, hats off to them because they do an excellent job. Love how they redesigned everything. Some other figures that was released early, I think this was like early in the year, and I just never got a chance to take a look at them. And that's the movie He-Man and Skeletor. So we look at Skeletor, and this guy looks fantastic, man. I mean, they nailed this Skeletor. I mean, I like him. I mean, I know they released him through Super 7, and people were able to lucky enough to get him then. But overall, man, as a Masterverse figure, I mean, this is the beauty of Masterverse. This is what you get, man, for $20. You know, I mean, this is awesome. The sword, the detail. He has his Havoc staff. They're able to capture Frank Langella's look with this Skeletor. Look at the face sculpt here. Look at that. And that the Skeletor's look from the movie still holds up to this day. I mean, I watched the movie and I'm like, dude, they did a good job with his makeup and everything. So, I mean, Skeletor looks great, man. The detail overall with his costume and everything, it's on point, man. So we got Skeletor here, and he has the standard articulation, even though it may be limited due to like how everything is sculpted. Again, Skeletor, you don't need him doing anything crazy. He's just going to be standing, looking menacing and everything. From here on here, you got an awesome figure. I mean, this guy comes with a blaster, the sheath for the blaster. That's cool. So you got that. You can equip him with the blaster. I don't like He-Man with the blaster pistol. I just don't think that was at any good. But this is what he used in the film. He does come with two knives that you can house here on his little boot area. That's cool. He has another one here. These little two knife sheaths, so that's awesome. And he has his sword. You know, he has his power sword, and he has a sheath for that. So I mean, this guy is equipped all the way through, and they captured the look in terms of his costume and design and everything. They just nailed this figure. And then, I mean, let's take a look at the sword before we take a look at what I'm gonna talk about, y'all. This is gonna be, I mean, come on. All right, so we got the sword. Sword looks great, man. And again, they did a great job for the costume. I mean, they captured, you get cloth cape. Look at the designs and everything. The gold, everything is there, man. And then they let you down. They go, I don't know what this is, folks. I don't know what this face scope. You know, apparently they do not have the rights to Dolph Lundgren, so they could not give us his face sculpt. But you get Meg Foster, that looks like her, but you can't get anything close to Dolph Lundgren. So I don't know. Then they give you this option here, which looks even worse. This doesn't even go. I'm gonna order from Ryman Toys. They do have the Dolph Lundgren head swaps for this figure here, and I think Hordat X on Instagram, he has some as well. So there are options out there to get a swappable head for this figure, man. But overall, man, he looks pretty solid. If you just don't look at the head and just go from everything aesthetically, the muscle definition, the costume design, everything's there. But just this right here. This is, I don't know what they was thinking, folks. This don't even look right. I don't even know what this is supposed to be right here. I really don't know. If you look at them from back in the back of the head here, it looks like it could be Dolph Lundgren. But then you turn around and you go, what in the world? Well, I don't know what they thinking. All right, so we got the He-Man figures, y'all. So, I mean, all in all, really happy to have some movie figures to represent, you know, the characters that I love from this 1986 film. So stay tuned for more figures. I'm pretty sure we'll get Beastman and some of the other characters, Man-at-Arms, Tila. I know that's Gwildar and Orca 2-pack that's out now, so that's something to add to this collection as well. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this holiday special up with my top holiday films. Now, we did touch upon the He-Man and the Master of the Universe live action film, which I like watching during the holidays. I watch this throughout the year, folks. But I like this. This has a holiday feel to it, even though it doesn't have anything about Christmas or anything. I love watching this during the holidays. So this is a go-to for me, and I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch this thing tonight. So this is something that I love to watch over the holidays. I also like watching The Miracle on 34th Street. Yes, I do still have my DVDs, folks. Yeah, this is always a timeless classic that I love watching. I mean, I can watch this thing a million times over. It never gets old. It just has a lot of warmth, heart, and just something. It just makes you feel good. These movies just something special and magical about these classic films from yesterday. So this is something that I really go to as well. This is my go-to. And then we have yet another one, man, that has a powerful message in it about cherishing the life that you have and how we all can impact things and not even know it. And just being here and living life, how our actions can impact others in a positive or a negative way. But this gentleman here, man, and James Stewart, he found that his life impacted so many others in a positive way. And if he's not, when he's not around, it changes everything. So, I mean, this is a powerful message in this film about appreciating life and the ones that you love and that you're around, and family, and togetherness, and just being grateful of, things, even in the midst of the storm, even in the midst of trials and tribulations. So it's a Wonderful Life. It's just I can go on about this film. This film is near and dear to my heart. I love this film, folks. So yeah, I love it, man. This is so cool. Again, I'm gonna be watching all of these throughout the next few days. So we got It's a Wonderful Life, Master Universe, Miracle on 34th Street, and come on, man. I've had this guy. I'm so happy that I was able to get this figure from Walmart. What was it, the year before last? Now this figure it represents my go-to, my boy. This is my movie right here, folks. Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to play this like clean cut suburban guy, businessman. That was like the biggest, like, just that was the biggest joke of the film. That was like, it always tickles me because you always expecting Arnold Schwarzenegger to be this action hero with all the weapons and the swords, man. But it just tickles me to see Arnold Schwarzenegger in this role. I feel like Tim Allen was originally supposed to be casted, but they couldn't get him and they went with Arnold Schwarzenegger. But Jingle All the Way is one of my top, or if not my most favorite holiday film, folks. This is my go-to here, all the way, man. I just love it. So we got Jingle All the Way, and I don't know why I don't have it on the table, folks, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll put it on the screen. But A Christmas Story, number one for me. I don't know. I don't know if I'll say number one. I don't know. I don't want to rate these things. I just want to say Christmas Story has to be right up there. Christmas Story is hands down one of my all-time favorite, if not my all-time favorite Christmas story. I mean, it just takes you from one experience to the other, with Ralphie wanting his Red Ryder. The things that he experienced, you can relate to as a kid growing up. And man, just being so excited for Christmas and the holidays, and growing up and trying to get your parents to get you that special gift that you wanted. So A Christmas Story is just, man, it's everything to me for the holidays. It's just something that you always watch. The lead actor for that film followed the original Christmas Story up with a sequel, which is it really captures the magic of the first one. And they brought back a lot of the original actors. So if you have not seen A Christmas Story Part 2, watch it. My go-tos all the way through for the holidays. But folks, that is all I have for this episode. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. I mean, I hope you enjoyed this holiday special. I mean, I had a blast just sharing all of these things with you all. I want to pull out my Batman because I didn't give him enough love, I feel, during this episode. So I want to have my Batman figure out here, man. But yeah, this has been a blast for me, folks. And again, I just want to thank you all for tuning in and joining me for this holiday episode. I hope you all had fun watching this episode as much as I did. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday, Christmas. But overall, I want to wish you all well, peace, love, happiness, and joy to each and every one of you. And also a happy new year as we move into 2024. I cannot believe that 2024 is here. I'm gonna turn these things on because I love these things, folks. I bought these from the dollar store, and they like work really well. These are like light up trees. But again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. And I want to, again, thank you all for the support for TAS Multiverse. I truly appreciate you. If you have not hit that like button, be sure to do so. And also subscribe to the channel, folks. Comment below also. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. What are you looking forward to for the new year? What are you collecting? There's just so much to dive into, and just share your thoughts. I want to hear from you. I will definitely comment back. I appreciate each and every one of the comments that I get, each and every one of the views. I truly appreciate you folks. I truly appreciate you all. So I appreciate every subscription, every view. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, folks. Stay tuned for more videos from TAS Multiverse. Have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, and be safe out there. Be sure to ring that bell for all notifications so that you get each and every one of my content pieces as it drops, folks, so that you don't miss anything. Check out my community tab, folks. Again, have a happy holidays. Be safe out there. And I will talk to you later, folks.
You can always count on me.
That's what I wanted. All right, folks. Until next time. Bye for now.